Hello, hello. How are you? Welcome back to the sweet spot. Welcome back to the podcast. You guys, how's it going? Happy Monday. It is Monday and my schedule's a little wonky this week. I feel like I've been saying that a lot lately. Maybe it's just the season that we're in where we've got some out of the norm plans. And so, what I would consider like my standard schedule or my ideal schedule is just been moved around a little bit to accommodate some of our out of the norm plans. But it has been a full and busy day, and the sun is shining. It's so beautiful here in Phoenix. I have really no complaints, which feels really good. But I wanted to come in here because, gosh, I have just been really diving back in with my clients in some really big energy and also some really, really deep, powerful, important conversations about all different things. But it seems like the theme that kind of has been threading through the last week or so is not just about 2026 and the new year and what we want to create this year, but it seems to me like there is a really powerful focus being placed on relationships, which I love because I do a lot of reading about, what people say when they are nearing the end of their life. And I love really future focused quotes from people that have lived into those years. And I love borrowing from the wisdom of those that go before us in this way. And if you've read any of the books or any of the lists of things that people say when they are nearing end of life, one of the overriding themes is that what they really care about and what really matters to them are the relationships and the people that they got to do this life with. And so I just think it is so incredible that the common thread this last week or so has involved what we want our relationships to look and feel like, at least for the clients that are sitting on the other side of this screen and for me. And so when I think about what I want this year to look and feel like, I really am focused on deepening my relationships. And so today I'm actually going to share a tool that I use both in parenting and in my marriage. And I actually have translated this, actually started as a parenting tool that I created, and I have offered it to so many of my clients. And it has been so wildly helpful. I should probably go back and screenshot some of the comments that I've gotten from my clients who have tried this on in their parenting, because they're like, why does this feel like magic and why haven't we learned this before now? But what has been so cool is since I have developed this tool for parenting my own children, which is really where all of the tools that I create come from me creating them for me or me and my family or me and my health or me and my coaching business or me and money, like all of the tools that I put out into the world are first tried on within me. And what has been so incredible is that it translates to other relationships. And it makes sense why it translates, and I'll explain that. But it's been really powerful in my marriage. It's been really powerful in my friendships as well, to be able to support the people that I love so much using this tool. And where this started is I am a fixer. And I know that if you are a high achieving woman and you are listening to this podcast, and maybe you have a partner or a husband or some kiddos at home, or you are connected in relationships, a lot of us are the go-to for the humans in our life when they are maybe struggling with something or in a place where they have to make a decision or they're facing some sort of challenge in their life. We are the go-to for them. And I've been that person for most of the humans in my life for most of my life. I am an Enneagram 2 through and through. And so I actually can remember all the way back to my childhood being the person that my friends came to, that my cousins came to, that different people in my life came to, even as kids when they were struggling with something. And what that turns into is us being the ones who maybe have a lot of advice for people, or we maybe like to help people fix their problems. And that's a really beautiful thing. But what I've realized and the wisdom that I have gained through maturity and also through learning that it is not my job to fix other people's problems. It is my job if I want to take it on. It's actually my actual job now. But if I want to be the helpful, supportive human that I want to be in the lives of those that I love, both in and out of my business, um, I don't just want to offer advice. I don't just want to swoop in and try to save the people. I don't just want to come in and try to fix their problems for them. I want to hold space for them as they work towards solving their own problems. And I really found this helpful in parenting because if you're anything like me, if my kids are facing any sort of discomfort or turmoil or challenge, my natural instinct is to want to fix it for them because our kids are cellularly us walking outside of our bodies. And I know you know this, mamas, but it's like they are our hearts beating outside of our bodies. And when they are hurting, we are hurting. When they are in discomfort, we are in discomfort. And because we have so much compassion and natural empathy for our children, our natural instinct is to swoop in and try to solve problems for them so that they don't have to feel those feelings. But if you have done any research like I have done, we know that this era that we are hearing about of kids struggling with what I think a lot of people are calling entitlement. I don't know that I would go to that place with it necessarily, but our kids are struggling with resilience because when we come in and solve their problems for them or we fix things for them without them having to stay in those harder feelings, we are not allowing their brains and bodies to process information in a way that can help them learn. And so, all of us, I know, are trying to raise humans who not only are really incredible kids as they grow up, but that they can go out and face the world. And obviously, facing the world as an adult comes with facing hard things sometimes. And so, it is really important that they know how to feel those feelings. It is really important that they continue to learn how to use the part of their brain that helps them problem solve and come up with solutions on their own. And I could do an entire separate podcast about the thoughts and feelings that I have about AI and the role that it is already playing in young lives. It's not playing a role in my home quite yet, but I see it coming. Our kids have the option of outsourcing their discomfort and their decisions at the drop of a hat. Is at their fingertips. And so it's another reason why I find this tool to be so incredibly helpful is not only our job to protect our kids, but it's also to make sure that we allow them to feel their feelings so that as they grow into adults, they are able to hold space for their experience and exist in those harder feelings. And this process allows them to do that. The beautiful thing, like I said at the beginning, is that this has now translated into me being a more open and supportive wife. I think it allows me to be a better friend. While I think some people come to me wanting me to solve their problems for them, I think most people also know that what's best is that I am able to hold space for them. As humans, what we really want from the people around us is to see us and to hear us and to understand us and to love us and to offer us compassion. And this tool helps create those things naturally. So, as I mentioned, this is something that I created because I watched my kiddos come to me with challenges they were facing and discomfort they were feeling. And like I said, my natural instinct was to want to fix it for them, but I realized how unhelpful that actually is, or what a disservice it really is to their future self. And so I'm like, what's a path that I could walk that would still feel supportive to them? Like, I am here for you and I am here with you, but that would allow them to develop their own ideas, to come up with their own solutions for the things that they are facing. And this process is the letters that are in the word love, but they are scrambled. So as much as I want to use like love as the acronym, it just doesn't work in the order of LOVE, but we're close. So if you have a pen, grab it. If not, you want to come back to this. But the process that I walk through, so say one of my kiddos comes to me with something that they're facing, is I just listen. And I listen without saying a word. I will show them through my body language that I am fully available to them and that I am present with them. The next step is I validate. So I will offer confirmation that I hear them, I see them, I understand how they're feeling. So I will listen, and then if they are feeling frustrated or they are feeling uncomfortable or they are feeling sad, I will say, I totally understand. I'm sorry that you're feeling sad. So I will validate the feelings that they have shared with me. The next step is empower. This is where I ask them, what do you want to do? What do you think we should do here? So I am empowering them to come up with ideas on their own. So you'll notice so far in the first 3 steps, I have given 0 advice. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes this is hard for me. Sometimes I have the answer for them, or at least I think I do. But if I want them to walk into the world as humans that can solve their own problems and also face the feelings that come with being a human when we are in hardship, I don't want to rush them out of those feelings. So I listen, I validate, I empower. What do you think we should do? What do you want to do? And then I offer. What can I do to help you? Is there anything you need from me? So again, not one part of this is me telling them what I think they should do. Now, sometimes on that last one, on when I offer, or what can I do to help, what they want is for me to problem solve with them. But I'm letting them lead that decision because I will then engage in a conversation, maybe throw some ideas their way or offer some solutions that I thought of, but I want them to bring some to the table first. So listen, validate. I see you. I hear you. Empower. What do you think we should do? This is showing them like you have everything you need inside of you. You can trust yourself. And then offer. What can I do? Is there anything you need from me? So I practiced this with my kids before I offered this to any clients. And I'm not kidding. I will specify with my clients, like those of you that have teenage children, this is such a game changer. Because if you have been solving problems for your kiddos for a good part of their life, and there is no judgment there because, girl, me too. It is what we want to do. We want to help them avoid discomfort. But that's not always what's best for them. So if you have been solving things for them for a long time, this is going to feel uncomfortable to you. And it may even feel a little bit uncomfortable to them. But I can't even tell you how much feedback I have gotten from clients who have same day, like they will bring a circumstance to me to get coaching on about their kiddos. And I will walk them through this process, applying it to that exact scenario. And they will go home and they will try it. And they will message me and be like, is this magic? Like, this changed so much. Because it shows our kids that they have what they need, that we trust them, that we see them, that we're here with and for them. But that they can go inward for the answer. And the more you use it, the more they are going to expect this type of response and the more powerful the tool becomes. Now, what's really cool is how I have been able to apply it in so many other places. What's really cool is that I think I used to be the problem solver in my marriage, but that wasn't a super healthy dynamic always when my husband would come home and want to just vent to me, and I would give him a list of things that he could have or should have done different. My ideas might be great. Some of them were, I will admit, some of them were not. But that's not what he was looking for. He's looking for me to listen. He's looking for me to validate through compassion. I see you. I see how you're feeling. I get it. He's not looking for me to solve his problems for him. He's looking for me to hold space for what his experience is. And then when I go like, what do you want to do? Like, what do you think you're going to do? Then his brain goes into problem solving mode. And then my offer, is there anything that I can do to help, feels so supportive and loving. Right? I know if you're a high achiever, you probably have a lot of ideas too. If you are a go-getter woman, if you are a doer, you go straight into doing. Like, no problem. I've got answers for this all day. I will help you fix this. But so often that is not what people are looking for when they come to us. And that doesn't mean that that last step doesn't end up turning into a conversation where maybe we're coming up with ideas together. When I offer, like, is there anything that I can do? Sometimes my husband will say, like, yeah, do you have any ideas? Like, what do you think I should do? Then he's asking me for my input, but I'm not offering it without the invitation. Full caveat is like, this is hard when we're used to solving problems for other people. But when you see the power of what this creates, it's real connection. I don't know if you've ever tried to solve a problem for your husband without him inviting you to, but most of the time, the response to that is defensiveness. That's not what they're looking for. And at least with this process, if that is what they're looking for, they get to ask for it. We're not just assuming and offering. It has been so helpful to walk this path. And in my friendships, same thing. If someone calls me wanting to vent, I walk this path. I've got ideas, I've got things they can try, but if that's not what they're looking for, that's not going to be helpful. So listen with presence. I am here, I am available, I am listening. Validate with compassion. Empower. What do you think we should do, or what do you want to do? And offer is, what do you need from me? Is there anything that I can do to help? It's so disarming. It's so beautiful to walk this path and to watch the other person feel so seen and so heard, so validated. This is what we want. We want compassion. And then they also feel so supported. They know that you believe in them when you're saying, like, what do you think we should do? Or what do you think you want to do? That's saying, I believe in you. I trust you. You can trust yourself. And then the offer of support at the end is so beautiful. I'll be honest, by the time we get to that place, most of the time anymore, they've already solved it. They've already come up with ideas because I've been available to that. That builds so much confidence and self-trust within them, such a game changer. So try this on with your friends, with your kiddos, with your partners. Try it on and see how it works for you. Listen, validate, empower, offer. And I want to hear from you. If this works for you, if you try it on, I want to hear from you. Give me your feedback. This is one of the most powerful tools that I have created and put to work in my relationships, and it has changed so much. This is something that we talk a lot about inside the Sweet Spot Collective. This is something that I share with so many of my clients. Just a reminder, the doors for the Sweet Spot Collective are open until this Wednesday, the 14th. If you are looking for this kind of help in your relationships, help in your parenting, help in your marriage, these are the conversations that we're having in that room. I would love to have you in there. I've still got some spots open. Message me. We will put the link to the Sweet Spot Collective in the show notes. I'm so grateful you're here. I hope this helps you. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next episode.